Hey everyone, welcome to another video review. This is the Transformers, Universal Monsters crossover, Dracula crossover? Yeah, I don't know. It's anyway, Transformers Universal Monsters Dracula crossover of Draculus. You can see him there in his bat mode. We're going to go ahead and put that off to the side because we're going to take a look at the box, which is very different from the usual stuff. It's a pretty neat box, actually. You got Dracula there and Universal Monsters, Tomy and Hasbro, and 8+ in the Dracula X Transformers and Draculus and all that stuff, and real nice font there on the top here. You got Transformers and Dracula 90th anniversary. Yeah, it's been a bit. It's been a bit since this movie came out. You got Dracula here and all this stuff. It kind of looks almost like a book, I guess, and authentic Transformers on this side. It looks like a VHS thing. We'll get into that a little bit. And the copyrights and warnings in there, and you got product shots and warnings over here. And then this is the cool part, which is, yeah, this looks like a big old, like, oversized VHS tape. You slide that out, and right there you got a whole thing like, yeah, it says Dracula, and it looks like VHS Dracula's and not on this side, and you got all the tape details all over it. And then on the back here, you got, well, this is where Draculus would be and whatnot. And this, you can see a little bit of the reel and all that stuff. It's cool, and like, some people complain that this just stops right here. Like, oh no, they manufactured it wrong because it just stops there. And it's like, I don't think that's incorrect. I think they wanted to be able to stop like that. I think that was the idea, was it stops like that because, you just kind of lift up on the flap here, and if you just lift up on that flap, it just comes out really easily, and you can see there's even detailing here. But I'm seeing this flap has straight up the detailing for the tape and stuff on it. So I don't know. I'm not sure, but it's so easy to fix. Then people are like, I have to cut it open from the other side and stuff. It's no, you don't. Again, it feels very intentional, honestly, but who knows? Might be wrong, but it's just really easy to just kind of go ahead and just lift up on this a bit and just done. Yeah, so that's the box. Really neat box. And instructions, pretty simple because it is, well, just a repaint and slight retooling of, well, Titan's Returned Mind Wipe, which, yeah. So you can see, yeah, he is a black and red bat. It's yeah, it's pretty neat looking. The only thing kind of spoiling is kind of got copyrights and whatnot, and I guess, yeah, Universal something, I guess, right there. I got copyrights and stuff just kind of printed on here, so that kind of spoils it a bit. But overall, it's kind of some have all the same slots I did as a Mind Wipe, which is, it's kind of a neat bat mode just because of just how it transforms. The bat mode's actually, well, kind of weird looking, but yeah, it kind of works. It's kind of goofy, but kind of works. You got, it's kind of, I guess, faux veins and stuff kind of throughout here. You got, all these hinges and whatnot. It looks pretty decent. Some notable changes. This is no longer a Titan Master Chamber. This does not open anymore. There's no, at least I don't, no, it does open. Okay, I was wrong. Every single time I tried to open before, it didn't work. But yeah, there's still a Titan Master Chamber, but it's been retooled in such a way that there is no real way to sit a Titan Master in there anymore. There's stuff in the way, and there's no more tabbing. So unfortunately, no more, it's still there, but they didn't really get rid. Yeah, it's still there, but doesn't really work for anything anymore. But yeah, it's the thing. He still got his tail and stuff. Although now you got this cape, which also tracks dust and stuff really quickly. I noticed that. I have like an hour and there's already crap getting on it because yeah, it just sticks. But yeah, got this cape thing which kind of hooks on a little bit, although it's not super well. It does hook on at least somewhat. So you got that whole thing. It does hook on. The little tabs, kind of covers things up because of the retooling. But yeah, overall looks pretty decent. Articulation in this mode is kind of limited though. You got, the hinges at the wing, multiple hinges there. If you move them just the wrong way though, you can accidentally get the cape undone. That's not gonna look great. Head can, I guess, look down, although the more you look down, the worse it's gonna look. The mouth can open, although there's no side to side or anything. The legs can, I guess, kind of move, but again, you're trying to untransform and stuff to move them, so you don't really have a whole lot of choice there. There you go. That's articulation. I'm only going to compare it to one thing in this mode because a lot of a lot of times I've been comparing all the crossover stuff in the alt modes, but I feel like comparing a giant bat to a car is kind of pointless. But what do I know? Anyway, here he is with Titan's Return Mind Wipe. You can see, yeah, it's just a very straightforward recoloring, whatnot. Yeah, pretty much other than the cape, that's the only real new piece here in the alt mode, more or less. Yeah, it's just a straight recoloring other than that. Yeah, once again, decent bat mode, but yeah, and the cape kind of looks neat, but it's also kind of clear. Pretty obvious that eventually it's hiding things. So to transform this guy, first thing you want to do is to take the cape here and you want to unfold it like so. And yeah, again, more stuff in there. Yeah, you unhook that. There's the little slits in the cape. You want to unhook it from the tabs, and this kind of get it off the bat wings. These little bat wings, and just kind of get it off here, and also take this thing and unpeg that. Just kind of let it dangle here, because otherwise it's getting in your way. You want to go ahead and untab these from the wings, the legs here. You want to untab those from the wings. You want to go ahead and open those up like that, and take the bat head and just untab that and bring it down like this, and just rest it against that like that. That's pretty much done right there. Now right here, you want to go ahead and take the legs here and just move them down one at a time. What you want to do here is take the legs and rotate them around, and then take the foot and unfold that, and then rotate these around, and then fold up all these hinges and whatnot. And then there's a little tab here which will go into a little slot here. And that's the leg, and you just rotate it, make sure it's all rotating like that, and there you go. That's one leg done. Bring the same other one down like this, rotate that around, bring the foot down, and close up the wings around all that stuff, and tab that all together like that, and there you go. That's done. And that's the legs more or less done. You want to take the bat wings here, these little mini bat wings, and bring them back like that. Rotate it back like that. Rotate it back like that. And then take the shoulders and whatnot, the arms, bring those down. Unfold the arms. Rotate them at the bicep. And then bring the hand out. Like so. And then same thing. Unfold the arm. Rotate the bicep around, and of course bring out the hand. That to be a little stubborn. Come on. There we go. The hand. And then right here, you take the head platform and rotate that around, and cape and all, get that out of your way, and bring that back, and you're kind of mostly done. Now what you got to do is take the cape here and figure out which way it's unfurls, and you got to take these mini slots and get the little wings slotted through that, and then you're pretty much got it. He is now transformed into his kind of unstable robot mode. There you go. You got him transformed. Yeah, one thing I like to do is take the wings here. Once I got them all the way through the slotting, is just kind of spread them out a little bit, I guess, just to help keep the cape on. I don't know. It kind of also covers up the bat head, so yeah, it's one of those things you can do. Yeah. I'll say this right now: the robot mode looks great. It looks like he is wearing a full suit, kind of a tux thing, and that's kind of really works with Dracula. Apparently, these I don't know if they're under scaled or not, but these hands apparently came from Studio Series 86 Scourge, so that's a thing. It just looks really nice. You got the whites and silvers and whatnot, and kind of a gunmetal there as well for the little, I guess lapel, lapel, and all that stuff, and a little bit of that same gunmetal here down for the venting, and just blacks and silvers and whites, and he's got a really nice head sculpt there. If you can see that, it's got a really nice head sculpt with the red eyes and everything. He's got the little fangs, the red eyes and fangs and all that stuff. It looks really nice. It just looks really good like this, honestly. Just really nice looking robot mode here overall. The only thing is he inherits the same problem Mindwipe had from before, which is the ankles can be a little loose. You can get them to balance, but it doesn't take a lot for him to fall, just kind of tilt back or something. And then if he tilts back too hard, he just take the whole figure with him. And he's got his accessories, which honestly, it's kind of weird, but it's kind of weird giving Dracula a gun. I think Thew kind of pointed that out the best, which is it just winds up feeling weird to give him a gun thing. I mean, there's this, I guess, claw thing, which I guess kind of can work. But yeah, it just kind of, for me personally, winds up being a little goofy. I guess I think Thew was right. It just winds up being goofy. I just kind of don't use his accessories much. I just kind of leave those off to the side. He doesn't need those. He's Dracula. Yeah, articulation though, his head is on a ball joint, so you got left and right, up and down, lots of waggle there. That's the other thing is, yeah, no Titan Master anymore, so they did, that's what part of the molding, that cape there in the bat mode is to hide his head. Oh yeah, the other thing, which is, yeah, the cape can sometimes come off kind of easily. It just kind of slips over this little plus-shaped peg thing. If you see that, yeah, there's a little plus-shaped peg and just kind of can easily come off that sometimes during transformation. Not a huge deal to reattach is really easy. I mean, it literally doesn't, like, that's the only real super good connection, and even then it's kind of tenuous. But yeah, I guess you got that whole thing. Yeah, his shoulders on ball joints, so they got full rotation, and that's where they go outward. There's a bicep swivel, got double jointed elbows. Does he have wrist? No, he does not have wrist rotation, unfortunately, which Scourge did. So that stinks. He does have a waist swivel, which is nice, although I think it's a little off center. I'm not sure, but yeah, he does have that waist swivel. Hips go forward, back, outward really far. Yeah. You got thigh swivel, knees, decent bend there. Although sometimes, depending on which position you got it in, you kind of get more of a bend than others. And feet can go forward and back, but they can't go side to side, and they're molded for an A stance though, so yeah, it's fine. And again, they're a little loose sometimes. Yeah, the other cool thing though is the reason I did articulation first before this stuff was the little slits in his cape. You can get his fingers in those, which is neat because then you can do the whole that whole thing, which I think just looks neat. It's just a really nice way to have him hold with both hands, and just really helps, I guess, sell the idea that this is Dracula. So you can have that whole thing going on, and I just think that looks cool, honestly. And that's the reason to get this guy, honestly, is just that whole thing. That just looks neat, in my opinion. Yeah, comparisons, though, I'm just going to leave him like this because it looks cool. Again, here he is with Mind Wipe, which, yeah, you can see very purple, so very different color scheme, and works just really well overall, I think. This guy does. Mind Wipe's kind of neat, but this guy, I think, just better uses the mold overall. As I make the autofocus lose it. But, yeah, the other crossover. Yep, all the crossover so far, which... yeah, that's just a thing, I guess, so far. And apparently we're supposedly, according to leakers, we're going to get, at least the Creature of the Black Lagoon and the Wolfman from Skull Cruncher and Weird Wolf. So that'll be interesting to see if the Weird Wolf mold can actually survive, how the hinge snapping. Of course, mine hasn't yet, but I'm not tempting fate. So there's that. So the question then becomes... Come on, Dracula, work with me. So the question then becomes, should you buy Draculus here? Maybe. It is based on the Mind Wipe mold, which a lot of people kind of find to be a weak mold. I personally liked it quite a bit just because I thought the leg transformation is really well done. But this guy kind of wears it better overall. I think it's a really just clever looking thing, particularly the robot mode. The bat mode's just kind of still like, it's just kind of weird, goofy looking bat. But this robot mode is really solid looking. I think it was really nice personally. And definitely I think the highlight of the whole thing is definitely just the robot with the cape and everything. It just looks really nice. Beyond that though, yeah, if you're not really interested in this look, if you're not really super interested in the look of the robot mode here, then yeah, I could probably consider skipping him. But if you do like how Draculus looks here in robot mode, I think he's well worth getting. He's about $30 because, of course, crossover tax, I guess. But yeah, I think if you like how this robot mode looks, this is the reason to get it. Everything else is kind of, it's fine. I mean, the leg transformation is still kind of clever in my opinion, but again, and this is the whole thing about the rubbery plastic. He does have the rubbery plastic thing, and some people are worried about that. And I don't know the exact details of what causes it or whatever. But so far, I'm just going to say right now, for the most part, I have not had a single problem with any of my figures with rubbery plastic or anything. The only thing was once, I think, one of the Blastific parts got a little stuck to Hot Rod's gun, Studio Series 86 Hot Rod's guns. But beyond that, I haven't had any real issues whatsoever. Even Bludgeon, which I think was the original version toy to have the problem noticed, was Revenge of the Fallen Bludgeon. I don't have a problem with it. I have that figure, and he's still fine. So I don't know. It might be an environment thing. Who knows? But anyway, he does have rubbery plastic, so just be mindful of that. But he does look good. If you really like this robot mode, this is the reason to get it. It looks great with this robot mode, especially with the cape and everything. it just looks real cool. And I just think for $30, and if you like it, if you're I guess you're into vampires or Dracula or Universal monsters or whatever, yeah, this is a solid buy. I'm not sure how many people are. I'm not sure how much of a crossover there is between Universal monster fans and Transformers fans, but whatever. This is a solid buy just if you like that robot mode. If you don't, pass for sure. There's no real. I think the robot mode's overall look is just the reason to get it, and if that's not appealing to you, then there's no reason to get this at all. So that's it. Yeah. Hope you found this review informative and entertaining. Hope you like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my Twitter. I'm at Nemesis Prime 1, and check out my Coffee and my Patreon. And I shall see you next time with another video review.